reflection of what we've seen the previous 3 quarters, and it just doesn't feel like Loyola right now is built against this Army defense to score in bunches, partly because it's just challenging to get quality looks against this group, and then they haven't been able to consistently win faceoffs. But yes, in a vacuum, conventionally speaking, absolutely can come back from a 13-5 deficit in 1 quarter.
Barrett's got 3 goals here today, trying to get loose in the left hand. Bouncers off.
Got to cash in ones like that.
That's a good look, too. Wide to the left. Byrne was not tested there. Cook is 1 for 5 shooting. Last time they played in Baltimore at Ridley 2 weeks ago, 1 for 6 shooting. So that's a consistent pattern for Mason Cook. He started play with a chance to become the NCAA's leading goal scorer this year. Quiet today so far as Murphy on bounce. And again, Byrne just tracks it so beautifully.
Cook's actually been most effective in this game as a dodger, initiating either with an assist or that hockey assist, the pass before the pass that leads to the goal. They will not let him get his hands free in this one. You can see how they just shade out to everybody.
Jimmy Manley on him this time, the 6-foot pole. Quinn, pass, Minikis lost it. Taken right back by Army on the move. Black Knights forcing another turnover. Tommy Steins, first string close defender for the Black Knights, has it. There's Fellows outside the box in no hurry. Up by 8 goals, in control here today.
Good job, Thomas.
A lot of coaches watching this game today who might match up with Army in the NCAA tournament are very concerned right now. Just thinking about the defense by itself. Forget the weapons they've got, the firepower offense.
From a physicality standpoint and talent level and just the connectiveness, I mean, it is a defense that can travel and live in the ACC and Big Ten, and with who will be the top seeds in this tournament. Really comes down to depth often, the difference between a team like Army or Loyola when they go up against the top 5 team. And from a defensive standpoint, Army's got the depth. And they don't seem to ever get tired. It's cliche, but obviously they're a level of condition that maybe some of these guys aren't.
Slide comes on Fellows, under 20 to shoot. Quick stick try, foul stopped.
Great save.
Watkinson all over at that time. A tremendous save head to head. As Houlihan pushed along the back line, trying to keep that play alive for Loyola. Watkinson, the goaltender, does track it down just before it hits the paint.
He's done his job.
Turns it over.
This score is not reflective of his performance because the majority of these goals have been hands-free within 8 yards and no goalie. Not even Sean Byrne can make those saves consistently, but he's made some fantastic ones and he's capping what's been a really, really solid year in cage for Loyola.
High pressure offensive end at GLE. Here's Cook. In the deep corner. Manley's on him again. He's been draped all over the sharpshooter. 70 on the net against Colgate to set a single game Patriot League tournament record. Only 1 here today. 2 in 2 games head-to-head with Army. That's amazing. Everhart dodging. In the right alley. Shorty matchup on Keenan Everhart. He can't get loose. Ontario, the shorty at GLE all over him. Again, great defense, like a glove. And the shot's off target there for Everhart.
Yeah, you're seeing the depth too. This is the second group of short stick defensive midfielders. They're like elite corners in football. Put them on an island if you can.
Pressure. Circles the cage. Shot stopped again. Byrne, maybe some help from the iron as the horn does sound. At the very end of the shot clock cycle. And Byrne and company will clear upfield yet again. Wilbur went for it that time for Loyola. 9 saves for Byrne.
He got a little help there. What I love too is Sullivan picks up that ground ball and slams it down in front of his goaltender. Don't ever flick it back towards the goal there. Lead to disaster.
Good job, Jimmy, when he comes off.
Let's hear from Paige. What do you got for us?
Guys, I figured out the celebration.
Oh,
This team
good.
is really passionate about their celebrations. They have names for them all. The one where you're seeing them jump and roll, they're doing a barrel jump like they do out of a helicopter, which is actually quite common at the academy. The other one, with the old school lunchbox, I'm told represents them bringing their lunch to work like an old school construction worker. Random, but fun.
All right.
Yep,
Good
they
work.
have
We
many
need
more.
next level. We need what is the prop they have? Is that a
It's a
dog
big
bone?
dog bone there now, Paige.
Loaf of bread? I'm not sure, but it's not a lacrosse stick.
I might have to open it up.
Okay.
Calabrese
Well
is
done.
off target. Yeah, good job.
That makes sense, though. It's, you know,
Back up the
thematic to their military
Sure.
background. I wouldn't have had that.
Fellas get a trip. Houlihan is going to get whistled for this one. The Army's going to go man up. The grad student captain running right to the bench to take one knee here for Loyola.
Happens when you're chasing. You're trying to make a play, and it usually leads to bad things. This case, trip.
On one knee for 60 seconds. Army 0 for 4. Teams combined 0 for 7 so far in this game today. EMO. And full minute's worth of 6-on-5. Lacrosse time here for Army, trying to extend the lead. Fountain, Lambert, huge story. Hill Plunkett has been awesome with the assist today. He's got 5 of those. Kevin Plunkett 1 and 3 for 4. Yet again, the Plunkett brothers trying to lead to the demise of Loyola as they did in the first game at Ridley 2 weeks ago. Combined for 9 points that day. That sounds familiar.
What a luxury. Just be able to recruit one family, set up your program for 8 years.
Corps Cadets here
You
today.
say the Mountain Division?
The 10th Mountain Division. Coach Alvarez said he'll be here to help him train the cadets to protect our nation's freedom. We're so appreciative of that. Plunkett passing for Weisenborn. In front, Lambert spins, he scores! Extra man goal. Cal Lambert joining the offensive parade for the Black Knights. And the lead is blown up now to 9, 14-5 Army.
They might run out of celebrations at this point. This felt like a walkthrough pace. Just kind of gently passing it around, and surprise, surprise, a Plunkett with an assist and an easy finish in front.
Evan Plunkett 1 and 4 for 5. Will Plunkett 0 and 5 for 5. Lambert has got a 4 spot today. And Fountain have been the offensive stars in this one.
And
Fountain's
whoever's
a hat trick too.
going to play Army in the NCAA tournament, I think the focus has to be, let's make Evan Plunkett and Hill Plunkett to that conversation. Let's make them Dodgers to score. Let's make them scores. Obviously, you don't want to go off for 5 or 6, but when they're both distributing it like this, it just lifts the entire offense. I mean, the confidence permeates through, and they become a much more dynamic group when arguably their 2 best players, Evan for sure, are the facilitators. Make them finishers.
Nine goal lead here for Army. Others wins the Patriot League tournament. Loyola smacked BU by 9 back in 2014. The Pat Spencer years. 13-4 over Army. That was at Ridley as well. Loyola came into the league in 2014, won the first tournament. They joined the Patriot League and won 3 in a row. And since 2018, Calabrese works for Clark, trying to find Harney. High slot area, push from behind. Army's going to get right back here on that playoff push.
Does year 1 not count?
Correct. 2020, no tournament.
But they did gain the automatic qualifier out of it, right? No, we had a semifinal and then there was no championship.
There was no championship game. 2021, that was at Lehigh.
And Loyola won that.
Hardy through traffic. Got it broken up last second. And here's Watkinson in the goal stick. Pass from Merrick Seaman, the shorty for Charlie Toomey. 11:07 to go. Big step forward this year for Loyola, no question. What a turnaround. We talked about it a lot in our broadcast this week. We asked Charlie Toomey yesterday what he's most proud of. He said just the players, the kids who have stuck with it. No one left, no one went in the portal, and a lot of players could have done that. He said, look at Loyola, no one goes. we keep our kids and develop, and they're clearly back to a championship caliber team, but Army is just that much better today. Murphy's shot looking for the upper 90, beyond the reach of Byrne. It's backed up by the Hounds.
Couldn't agree more. Incredible. And it's not surprising. Charlie Toomey's one of the best coaches and program builders in the sport. But I would say they need to look at what is necessary to consistently beat Army. It is flipped upside down now in this conference, where Army's standard and style is what you have to overcome, it would appear, to win the regular season and win in the conference tournament. And so you need to recruit that way.
Musco trying to go in front for Murphy, broke it up. Byrne just that much better. Tail end of the shot clock cycle there for the Hounds. And the takeaway gives Army a chance to clear.
And you saw that in the way that they adjusted in their clearing game, much more efficient this year. That is Loyola in dealing with the amount of teams at 10-man. But now I think that the focus shifts to, okay, we faced Army twice this season, and in both games they seem to physically dominate us, and offensively, caused a bunch of headaches as well. What can we do schematically, from a personnel standpoint, to not just withstand it but overcome it?
Well, the next chapter for Loyola, after coming so close this year, about to be swept. 2 games, 1 at home at Ridley 2 weeks ago. Lost by 6, and here today has been all Army up by 9 with under 5 to go. Knights trying to get back on top. The Patriot lead. Fountain's got 5 today. Passing for Hill Plunkett. One more in front. Lambert tries for another, looking for his 5th. Stop Watkinson on the twisted wrister. Max Watkinson, 9 saves today for the Hounds.
And I'd say 5 of them have been what I define as goal stoppers. I mean, it's ones that the advantage offense, and he just makes a big play. Goaltending we've seen over the course of Friday and now into Saturday, but really all season long in the Patriot League is elite.
B team's 5th leading scorer. Handle here outside the box. 15-6 for 21. Second team All-Patriot League midfielder. First time in his career has been honored. Pass in front. There's Murphy. Right on cue. Stop her again.
So calm. The amount of shots he's faced with guys right on top of him, and he's been able to make the stop, is unreal.
11 saves. That matches Friday's effort semifinals against Lehigh. Minimal movement for Byrne. I just feel like he's
he's a big frame, but yes, relaxed, great term. And this game, ask any goaltender, if the ball's not in your end of the field a lot, and then you got to make a critical save like that, really challenging.
6'2", 200 pound of the senior from